Good.
Yeah, just have a look down the runway, make sure nobody's landing the opposite direction real quick.
I need, yeah.
Just,
and actually need for you to look through your iPad for traffic because I don't have
I'm looking over here, nothing on final and nothing on base, just, and I have nothing on ADSP. Just, you never know when somebody's doing what we were about to do. Okay, you're all set. Got a little left crosswind. It should be 4 or 5 knots tops, so.
One in there, one in here, so I'm good. My north.
Take a look at your windsock, and you're gonna.
So
there you go.
The wing is pointing that way, so
I got it. And let's just roll it out as needed. Your plane. Let's pretend I'm not here today because that's the goal. Full power. Nice and easy.
Takes 3 seconds to do that.
Yep. No problem. Okay. One hand on the throttle though. Center line. You're getting ready for your check ride here, so I'm gonna be. There you go. That's rotation speed, perfect. And just let it weather vane into the wind and maintain center line as you climb out using your ailerons. That's perfect.
VY.
That was good. VY, and this is a nice climb. Good. Man, when was the last time you flew? Yeah, exactly. It was in the daytime. Yeah. Me and you flew at night 2 or 3 times, I think, but not in the day. It's been bad weather for, what, 1, 2, 3 weeks almost? Either snow or rain. Okay, nobody on final, nobody on crosswind, nobody coming into South Jersey, so you can turn whenever you're ready. That's 550. It's nice out here.
Beautiful.
I was hoping you wanted to do your cross country to Salisbury, Maryland, but that'll have to wait.
Yep.
Got a lot of birds out here, so just watch out. So there's your 3 silos.
Yep.
That's a beautiful crosswind coming up right there. You can roll right into your downwind if you like, and there's 1,000. Nice. Yeah, it's nice out here, man. I'm glad we got out today because I was getting a little cabin fever there. Okay, everything by the book.
Flying W, you got a Skylink coming up from the back hangars crossing the departure into runway 1. Flying W.
Okay, so you know who that is, right? That's Frank getting ready to go out for a trip. Let's get on a good downwind here. Just another 15 or 20 degrees to the right.
To the right?
Yeah, to the right. See the airport right there?
We're not with all white.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's actually easier to see because now you can see the stripe. Okay, a little bit more. You have wind pushing you from our right side, so you're going to need a little crab into the wind. Maybe a little more though. Look over at the runway and try to get parallel, and that add 5 or 10 degrees. That's nice right there, I think.
Let me start my.
But look over here, Rafael, and see where the horse track is. It's right over there. It's not so visible because it's covered with ice.
I see it.
So we're pretty far out. So if you don't turn right, we're going to have a really long pattern, and you're going to be disappointed.
The Mooney just took off from Cross Keys. We're going to be turning south.
There you go. Yeah, just be aware. The wind is...
Maybe 3 miles away from the practice field.
That's good.
Okay, what altitude yet?
But now we're on like a 45 degree toward the base, so just be careful.
Let me announce my...
Runway end is right there.
Yeah. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 10. Flying W.
Okay, so...
We need to descend, but...
You're in the white arc. You have any flaps?
I have 1 notch of flaps.
Okay, so
I have 2 notch of flap now.
Hang on 1 second. We just got a radio call, and it ended in Flying W. I didn't hear the... We'll just keep an eye out. I don't think it...
I don't see the airport, do you?
Right here. It's 30 degrees, then plus 90. There you go. So
traffic experimental clear.
that's good right there. That's a base. That's a base. Watch your airspeed. Keep the nose down. There's your base right there. So Kirby's Mill is right there. So you're actually in a pretty good situation right now. I would get some more flaps because you're going to be a little high. There you go. Okay, now you're pretty stabilized here. 550, you're turning final and everything looks good. Just keep an eye on your airspeed. And remember, the wind is coming now from your left, from 330, and it's pushing you to the right. So you might have to have a little left aileron. And we want to have a really nice touchdown because that is Senor Frank right there taxiing toward you. So he's going to be watching your, just keep an eye on your airspeed because we're getting a little slow.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, chart final.
Little power, little power. We're just getting a little bit low. We got 2 red lights. There you go. We're dragging it in now, that's okay. You got 40 degrees of flaps. This is actually fine because no matter what you do, the wind is going to be pushing you over the center line. So we're going to need right rudder and left aileron to land. So you might as well put the right rudder in now and determine what the aileron setting needs to be. There you go. So start working.
It's going to be overhead 1,800 on transition.
Work your power back. Let's use the whole runway and we'll do a full stop landing. And now here's the right rudder you need. There you go, more right rudder and keep the right rudder, keep the right rudder. And let's touch down right there on your wheel. That's it. Nice. Something just happened to my headset. So I jumped on there a little bit just because you're being observed. So be real careful around these snowbanks because they're as hard as rocks. And if you were to hit anything on them. There you go, that's plenty.
Yes.
If you were in a low wing plane like that guy, you could do some, you know, he would have hit that. Let's stop right here because Frank's right there and you're going to do your normal.
After landing check, flaps off, mix.
45 for runway 01, flying W, coming from 1,500 feet into the pattern.
Go ahead. I just wanted to hear what that was.
Mixture. Car hit off. Landing lights is required. So, taxi. And trim wheel set for takeoff.
You got a nice
Experimental, I like that V-tail. Thanks.
You got a nice crosswind here. No, I'm not worried about right now. I'm just worried about when you land. So I just want you, when you're on your downwind, it's pushing you away from the airport. When you're on final, it's pushing you.
Flying W, have a 172.
Hang on one second.
Right downwind, runway 1, flying W.
When you're landing, it's going to be pushing you that way to the right side of the runway. So you just need, you're going to need some left aileron, and you're always going to need the right rudder, and you're going to need to hold it in and, you know, just keep the nose wheel aligned. Oh, I did not just push cancel. There we go. So slow down a little bit because that's Frank getting ready to leave, and it'll be
plane?
Yeah. If he leaves before you, then you don't have to worry about it. He's going to go somewhere. He looks like he's still doing a run up. Man, look at all these planes covered with ice. They're the tails are stuck on the ground. There's so much ice on the.
Shall I go then?
Yeah, let's just go roll.
Oh, let me.
Yeah, Skyline's going to go Yankee Tango.
Copy that. Runway's yours.
I think we got Gary out there somewhere.
I'm turning base for runway 1, flying W, 172.
Oh, we got Gary and Frank's flying today.
Well, I might take it in front of you, Gary. I'll see you later.
All right, we'll check you. I got to check over this before I take off again.
Very good. Yeah, we're going to be out about 2 myself.
Shall I go?
Yeah, you can roll up.
W, the Skyline's departing runway 1, departing the pattern to the south.
Oh, he's got vortex generators on his wing.
Bonanza, mile to the south, going to be overflying, heading to be right crosswind.
We're going to let Gary land.
South Jersey.
You know who Gary is, right? He's the guy who always
Cessna 172's final runway 1, flying W.
helps us with the electric stuff. The guy with the
white Cessna about
cowboy hat.
He's joining right
With the
down
what?
runway 1, flying W.
He has like a cowboy hat and he drives a red sports car. You know, he's helped us out a couple times with light bulbs and stuff at night. He works down there with Frank. Okay, let's do your before takeoff checklist and we'll get out of here as soon as...
Sure. Before
Gary.
takeoff, flaps up as required. Mixture reach in. Car hit. Navigation lights. Trim wheel. Heading indicator recheck.
Skylink is turning a right crosswind off of 1, flying W will be a southerly departure from the downwind.
Transponder and time.
Flying W traffic, white test established in the right downwind runway 1, got crosswind traffic in sight, flying W.
South Jersey, Bonanza, right downwind 26, South Jersey.
All right, so we're just gonna keep. You got a guy on.
62862.
Yeah.
Plane was down.
No, he's a maintenance guy. They're flying it back and doing the test probably.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just chill for 1 second till Gary. Just tell me when Gary's off the runway in 62862, and then I think we'll have plenty of time to get out of here.
I cannot see from here, to be honest with you. But I will say that he.
Good.
I cannot see.
Flying W traffic, white Cessna turning right base 1, flying
All right,
W.
let's get out on the runway.
Okay. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern flying W.
Flying W, Cessna 172 is clear, runway 1, flying W.
Okay.
South Jersey, Bonanza, base to final, runway.
All of the settings look good to me. Fuel's on both. Mixture's full rich. Carb heat's off. Trim wheel set for takeoff.
26 number 2.
Okay, no hesitation here.
Downwind from the W at 16 and climbing a little bit.
Double check my.
Yep, don't hesitate too much because you have a guy on final, so.
Sure. Yes.
Flying W traffic, white Cessna's final runway 1, flying W.
Yeah, once we get out here, we don't want to loiter because he's still got a little ways behind us, but you never know what's coming up. Okay, hand on the throttle. I'm going to keep you reminding you of that. Okay, looks good. Looks really good. Rotate and a little aileron. There you go. It's perfect. Now let it weather vane into the wind and use your aileron to maintain center line and just climb out at VY. Perfect. What's your airspeed? 73, 76 in there. And looks like some good snowmobiling down there. Too bad we don't have a snowmobile.
South Jersey, Bonanza's clearly active.
Somebody was out here on a quad or something.
Final 26, full stop, South Jersey.
Flying W traffic, experimental 74066, lined up and wait. Runway 1, flying W. Flying W traffic, white Cessna is clearly active, flying W. Flying W traffic, experimental 74066, departing runway 1, flying W.
All the traffic, left and front turning, left crossing runway 22 for the traffic.
Watch your altitude, you're 1049. There you go. And just keep the ball centered. So you see the runway yet? Keep coming a little bit more, and you'll be on a nice parallel downwind. There you go. And just watch your altitude. You can have a small altitude deviation, but we're now 150 feet high. There you go. Okay, this is a much cleaner downwind. Look over there. You got the runway in sight, right?
Yeah.
This looks way better. You know what to do from here. I'm just going to shut up for a minute. So focus on getting nice and stabilized by the base leg. And this is a really nice wind correction angle too, by the way. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose or by accident, but this is about 10 degrees and it's going to get you there.
Flying W traffic, experimental 74066, right crosswind, runway 1, going to be departing the pattern to the south, flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, flying W.
Let's not turn base just yet. Give yourself a little more room past the horse track. Just give yourself another 3 or 4 seconds, and they'll give you a better final. You'll be able to get yourself, there you go, that's better. You can go ahead and turn now. We're still a little bit high for this point, but you know what to do. and just keep an eye on the ball and the airspeed.
South Jersey traffic, helicopters had up inbound on the RNAV 26, South Jersey.
Okay, so keep an eye on the runway. We don't want to get too close to it. You can see the solar panels. There's Kirby's Mill right down there, so that's where we're going to turn final. This looks a lot better in the white arc, and we're slowing. You're right at 16. 16's probably not going to get you to the runway, so you might as well just put it back to 17.5 or so. You can feel it right now. I mean, we're descending and we're way out.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango turning final, runway 1, flying W.
Nice. Okay, now you're going to be nice and lined up. Just watch your turn rate. So you would normally be overshot a little here, but the wind is going to push you right back over the runway. There you go. And there you go. You got a red and a white. So now, last notch of flaps, and you're all set to land. Carb heat's on. Mixture's full rich.
We'll be entering the pattern 26 South Jersey.
So I think you're going to find that you might not make it to the runway with this power setting. You just, having done this 10,000 times, 17.5 is where you need to be in this plane. You can see our sink rate now is 600 feet. There you go. There you go. So we're back to the glide path, and you can just probably just push the nose down a hair and hold this power setting. And now if you put the rudder in now to find out what kind of rudder deflection you need to maintain the center line, you still need more right rudder. Now just use your aileron to maintain the center line. And let's make it another full stop landing. This looks really nice, so just try and do your thing here. I'm not going to say anything. Little right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. There you go. Just a touch of power and re-land it. Nope, rolling right rudder. So you had that one. You had that. You were on the ground. You just took too much power out. We'll do it again. Yeah, you had that really, really dialed in, and right at the last second you lost it. Let me do this for you just in case.
Sure.
There's. No, sorry, we can't go through there. That's too much. Yeah, I'll let you have this. There's too much snow there.
My plane.
It wasn't the snow on this side, it was the snow on the other side. I got your flaps and your carb heat. You can do your after landing checklist in a minute. Damn, I don't know why they don't plow that. Keep an eye on this guy. I think he's the Penn Star helicopter going to South Jersey, but he might turn left here.
Flying W traffic, Archer is 5 to the south, entering on the 45 for the right downwind, runway 1, flying W.
Okay, so think about that while you're taxiing back, because
mile final for 26 South Jersey.
You had that completely perfect, and then it just went to shit.
Traffic is caution in about 2 minutes, so we'll be skydiving over the field from 5,000 feet below.
Can't believe people are skydiving in this weather. Got to be cold. Okay, just check your.
Okay, after landing, flaps up, mixture lean, throttle 1,000.
Are you using this knee board for anything?
I'm using it because I was planning to go to...
Okay, why don't you lose it for right now, because I think it's inhibiting your ability to fly the plane at the moment.
Okay.
If we need this for Trenton, we'll pull it back out.
Alright, so...
I think it's in your way.
Hard hit off. And landing lights are required and we'll set for takeoff.
So this guy just decided to move on the runway, so we should, yeah. He'll have to get off the taxiway again. Exactly. Just taxi a little faster so we can give him a...
Flying W Unicom, 86 Hotel Zulu. Loud and clear, 1228. Looking for Flying W Unicom. Okay, clear the eye. Sounds good.
I'm going to go around close on you.
Aircraft calling Flying W. You looking for the fuel truck or just a radio?
Yeah, for the fuel truck.
I don't No, they should be here somewhere. You might have to get on the ground.
Roger, I'll give them a call. Thank you.
Flying W fuel truck, you up?
That didn't sound right.
Yeah, so just so you know, if you call Unicom, that may or may not, if you want the fuel truck, you should just say Flying W fuel truck if he's available on the radio. Calling the Unicom may or may not get you an answer.
Okay.
Crossview traffic, use caution. There are skydivers over the field right now. Skydiving in progress over Crossview, 5,000 feet below. If you are in the area,
So the CPAF is, you know, air-to-air, common frequency. The Unicom is the fact we have a base station in there, but calling Unicom may not get you the fuel truck.
50, left crosswind 08,
Man, these planes are covered with ice.
Flying W traffic, Archer on the 45 to the right downwind, runway 1, Flying W.
Okay, so we're going to walk, I'm not going to do it, but I want to walk you through what we did wrong last time when we're on final. Because I really want to get out of the plane. I really want you to do this, because the minute you do it, you're going to be good. But that was going to be a really bad landing. The second time was going to be we'll see it on the video.
Okay.
We got sideways. Okay, before takeoff checklist.
Okay, for the flaps up as required, mixture reach in. Hard hit off.
I can't see the trim wheel.
Lights. Lights are good. Trim wheel set for takeoff.
Good, and everything's locked up.
Fuel
Good.
ball 15 baht. Transponder 400 time. Okay.
I don't see anybody. You can make a radio call.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 728 Yankee Tango, departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern. Flying W.
All right.
Flying W traffic, Archer is midfield downwind, runway 1, Flying W.
Okay, so that's 8126 X-ray. That's the guy in the Archer, Warrior, whatever that is, some sort of Cherokee. You got plenty of time. So just have a quick look at your compass. You don't need to completely stop the aircraft.
Well, so it's 1-1.
Your liquid compass says north.
Compass says north, but I know it's not north. It's
Yeah, exactly.
Now maybe the compass deviation, and I have the wind is wrong of me, so I'm good.
Flying W traffic, Archer is right base, runway 1, Flying W.
Okay, so I'm not going to tell you this time because you're not going to remove your hand from the throttle.
I'm not removing my hand.
Left downwind runway.
There you go.
BY.
Good. This is a nice center line track, so we just want to stay away from the trees.
Maneuvering to the 45 for 24 Lakewood traffic.
Beautiful. Okay. Fly the pattern, get me on final.
Flying W traffic, Archer turning final, runway 1.
All clear out here. Nobody on ADSB. There's somebody departing South Jersey. I'll keep an eye on him, but he's no factor.
140 on left base, runway 27 cross keys.
I don't see anybody.
50 on the go, runway.
Solid traffic, White Sky Hawk, just at the downwind and departing.
So now do you feel that wind pushing you into the pattern right now?
Yeah.
So you can leave your bank angle just a hair to the left, and that'll just help you track out this way so you have a full crosswind. There you go.
That was on purpose, just to see if there was any plane coming from that side.
You were just gonna, it was on purpose to see if I was gonna say anything.
Runway 8 for departure.
All right. I don't have anything else to do here, Rafael, except criticize you and give you shit. So, like right now, you're 50 feet high, 51 feet high.
50 left downwind 08.
Now you're 100 feet high.
Evolves final, runway 8 south.
Okay, so look over there at that runway, and let's get parallel to it. You got a guy departing and nobody in front of you, so that's good. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk Yankee Tango, right downwind 1.
Viper land, how's that flying?
Sorry, I just wanted to let that guy know where we were in case he decides to turn out early.
They're a little below you, about a mile away.
Oh, man. That's
Hawk 6 knock back is midfield right downwind 24 Lakewood.
Yeah.
check, 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 check. What is the matter with my headset?
No, it's fine.
Wonder if my cord is bad here.
And then I saw you visually, so no problem at all.
Check, 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 check. It's not the cable. Okay, this is beautiful. 80 knots, 800 feet. Your descent rate. Just see that. Look over at your tachometer. Just set it to 17 and a half, and you're going to get there. 15 will never get you there in this plane. It may say that in the book, but...
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, Flying W. Sorry, Paul.
It may say that in the book, but this tachometer is probably 30 years old, right? So it may have some internal magnetic or friction issue.
Traffic, use caution. There will be static over the field in 2 minutes.
So where's the horse track? We didn't even get to it yet. Oh, it's right here, right? So this is really screws you up when you can't see the horse track.
Yeah.
Line up
So,
field truck. Can I get some in 86 Hotel Zulu, please?
we're pretty far from the runway yet.
We are.
And that was just that wind pushing you out. So we'll fly it a little tighter pattern next time, but it's good practice because this is going to happen to you when you do it by yourself anyway.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final runway 1, Flying W.
Get that nose down. I don't want to stall here. There you go. Wind is coming from 330, pushing you to the right, so you're doing the right thing here. Power setting seems like we might make it to the runway, so let's not adjust it too much. Just put the nose down a little bit. There you go. Just that little bit of pitch is going to get you there.
Victor, will you back taxiing runway 8?
So your airspeed is what, 65? That's good. And you got full flaps, almost. There you go. Okay, carb heat's on, mixture's full rich, ready for go around. And just watch your descent rate. You're just a little bit too steep there, right? Just aim for the second stripe and see if we can put it down on the third one, maybe. Okay, so look, you got the rudder almost all the way in where you need it. The problem last time is there you go, you're starting to let the rudder out when the power comes out, so you need more right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, and you'll need left aileron to fix that. There you go. More right rudder. Perfect. Touch of power. Just a touch of power. Okay, let's stop right here so we don't have to go all the way down the runway. I'm going to pull way back. We're not going to skid, but we're going to stop.
Runway 8.
And there you go. That wasn't bad. That was way better than last time. There's a guy in a Jeep. You have the right of way. Let's clear the runway. I'll keep an eye on him, and you watch out for the snowbank. Good. Let's go up 1 or 2 plane lengths, and you can clean the plane up. I'm going to get your carb heat and your flaps, and if you check the trim wheel. There you go. The car can get behind you now. He's clear.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. After landing, flaps up, mixture lean,
Right now.
2 fingers, throttle 1000, car heat off, and landing lights as required. Trim wheel set for takeoff. Here we go.
Okay, so that was better.
Thank you, sir.
So when you flared a little bit and you started to balloon, just get in the habit, and as long as you have enough runway, which you had plenty, just add a little bit of power and re-land the plane. Not a lot. You can't goose it or you're just going to be airborne again.
Flying W traffic, Cessna 152 is departing runway 1 for closed traffic, Flying W.
just maybe like 25 to 50 RPMs will take you from falling after you balloon to moving forward and let you re-land the plane gently. But every time you're taking the power out, the plane is going to weather vane into the wind.
South Jersey traffic,
As soon as you're losing airspeed, you're losing the lift on the horizontal stabilizer. There's actually a component of lift on the horizontal, on the vertical stabilizer. When you're slowing down, you're losing that, and it's forcing you to weather vane into the wind to our left. You need to add right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. The slower you go, the more right rudder you're going to have to add. And I can't tell you how much. You got to look at the front of the plane and determine, do I need to point the nose right or left, and little foot action, okay?
Okay.
Okay, 43 Mike Juliet is out of your way. We want to keep an eye on them, though, because they could be students. And you're all set. Perfect. Nice.
Before takeoff, flaps as required, mixture reach in, car hit, lights as required, trim wheels for safe for takeoff.
Only thing I can't see is the trim wheel, but I think I got the notch.
Indicator, recheck.
74 Victor, left crosswind, runway 8, and we'll depart the traffic pattern on the crosswind for...
Transponders, 1200 altitude. Okay, so let's walk through this really quick. I want you to get on a nice parallel downwind this time. So I want you to look. This is why it's non-standard. You can't see it as well out my window, but I want you to get on a nice parallel track. The wind is going to be pushing you that way. So I want you to add 10 degrees into the airfield, because we were probably a mile and a half wide, and that just didn't help you with your descent rate and everything. Okay, let's do it. Looks clear on base and final. Nobody on ADSB.
Okay. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern Flying W.
Good.
Should I say runway 1 or runway 10?
Flying W traffic,
well,
152 is right crossing 1.
So what is the number that's painted on the runway? 1. So if you say runway 10, that's 100 degrees.
Okay.
If you say runway 1, that's 10 degrees. This is actually 11 degrees here, but you know that, right?
Yep.
Let's round it off to the nearest 10.
Crossing traffic, you have a caravan, high left base, 272.
Okay, one on the inside, one on the outside, good. Here we go.
And you got 25480 is just turning crosswind up there, so he's way out of your way.
I'm just going to go around. I have no idea where you are. I am like...
Don't move. Just let that fall. I got it. Nope, I don't have it. Don't worry about it. Hand on the throttle, that's good, and rotate. Ashley's having a problem down there. She doesn't, sounds like she's getting irritated. Yeah, I don't see the other guy nowhere. He's got no ADSB on. Okay. Yeah, the pattern was good. You got that thing right down to the runway and you let the right rudder out. Or you didn't put enough in, whatever. However you want to look at it, but there's a lot of footwork when you're touching down.
Yeah.
I think someday we're going to take the camera from the back, and maybe we should stop and do it right now. I really think it will help you out immensely. Put it in the tail hook facing forward, and you're going to see how sideways you are. If you want, we can just stop for 5 minutes, switch it out. And,
I'm not sure if it is charged completely, so let's not do it right now.
Okay.
But yes. Okay, so.
Does it have a GoPro battery? Or different?
No, it doesn't.
Watch your pitch attitude, not too much. All right. So, what is today? The 20-something of February? I can't even see.
Traffic, 152, right base 1, flying W.
Today's the 21st. Tomorrow will be the 22nd. By the end of the week, it'll be the 30th. And then 2 weeks after that, daylight savings time. Can you make it?
Yeah.
Are you going to make it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not sure I am, man. I've had enough of this. I just talked to 2 guys when we came in here, and they both said the same thing. They've had enough, and they've been to Florida. Okay, this looks... that guy's turning final 1. Okay, this looks pretty parallel, but what about the wind correction angle? So let's go 10 degrees. Let's go 10 or 15 degrees to the right. and let that 330 wind push us to the left, and we should be tracking pretty parallel to the runway. I would give it a little bit more, another 5 degrees to the right. I know it looks weird, but that wind is probably 5 to 8 knots pushing you this way. There you go. I think this is going to be better. So the horse track is up there. You can't see it so well. A little more power. There you go. Horse track is up where all the buildings, yep. Yeah, you can see the outline.
My car hit off and descending.
Just a little more to the right is going to help you out. Beautiful. That's a nice parallel track. So don't turn base yet. I know everybody wants to go right to the airport, but
yeah, I'm going to get 3 seconds after the.
Yeah, that's.
Cessna 152 is going around runway 1. Close traffic, flying W.
Just make a right base.
Sounds like my
2.
Right base 1.
Okay. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, flying W.
Just keep that nose down just a hair, and let's get some flaps in, because we got none. And we're just a hair outside of the white arc, so be careful. So we missed that on the downwind. We were not slowed down enough, but I'm going to grab, why don't you grab another notch of flaps, and there you go.
Flying W, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final runway 1, flying W.
We're about 100 feet high, no problem. Let's get some more flaps in. You can dump the rest now. You're in the white arc. Beautiful. So you're about 50 to 100 feet high right now, so there's no problem. We'll just land long.
Flying W traffic, Cessna 152, crosswind 1, flying W.
Stay on the plane. I'm just going to make a radio call. Flying W traffic, Yankee Tango, short final 1, full stop. That's the red light, and you're a little low light on power. Just add maybe 50 RPM to get to the runway. Perfect.
Traffic mall departing runway 8.
Put the right rudder in now and see how much aileron. So if you put, I'm just going to help you here. Put the right rudder in, and now put the aileron in to compensate to stay on the center line. That's it right there. So don't let the rudder out. Now start working your power back, because we know we get the runway made. We're past the trees. I got a lot of right rudder in. There it is right there. Okay, now start working the power out. We're going to aim for the second stripe, and don't take it all the way out, though. Leave 50 RPMs in, so that'll break our descent. Now, here's the right rudder. You feel me pushing?
Yep.
Now you can take the power out. We know we're within a few inches of the runway. Look how smooth that is. Now let's go, not full brakes, just heavy braking. We're going to try and get off at this one that's plowed. And I got, like, full back pressure on there. Okay. Did you feel the difference there?
I did.
Okay. I want you to do that. It's effort. It's... The plane will not fly itself. Well, it will fly itself, just not you where you want it to go, probably. Let's go up a plane length.
Let me know.
Flying W traffic. Piper 43 Mike Juliet is taking the active runway. Flying W.
Active runway. That's new for me.
Well, it's good that he's taking the active runway, right?
Yeah. All right, well, let me know, because
I got the plane. Go ahead and get whatever you need. Got it?
Yep. So after landing, flaps up, mixture lean, 2 fingers, throttle.
Jersey traffic mall will be departing the pattern.
Hit off.
West downwind runway 8 south.
And landing lights. And 3 wheels set for takeoff.
So,
Traffic, Cessna 152, base 1.
I don't want you to be frustrated. You haven't flown in the daytime for a month,
Yep.
right? So,
I'm not frustrated, you know.
no, you're frustrated. You should be, because this has been a long winter. But you're moments away from getting this dialed in again.
Yeah.
And so the problem in today is, you know, if I get out of this plane and you normally, you know, run off the runway by accident, you go in the grass and stop the plane. Well, today, look what you're going to run into. You're going to run into a snowbank and hit the propeller, or you go off into a bunch of ice, and who the hell knows what happens. So let's make sure you're really comfortable, and I'll get out of this plane whenever you're ready.
Sure.
Okay? I just don't want you getting hurt or
completely understand.
Ruining Barbara's last Cessna Skyhawk right now.
Any progress is a good progress.
Any what?
Any progress is good progress.
Progress?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. So see, that guy just put his right rudder in, got all squared away.
Loud and clear.
I can do my...
Thank you very much.
Before takeoff, flaps as required, mixture reach in. Car heat sets off. Lights as required, fuel valve is but heading indicator, I will recheck it, but it looks to me like...
Is that Gene in that plane, or that he was in the other one?
He's no longer here.
No, he came back. I saw him.
Oh, okay.
He might be in the, that's the DA-20, right? He might be in the 40.
Okay.
I think that guy's solo, but I can't tell.
Fuel valve is but heading indicator transponder.
Okay, I can't see everything, but
yeah, very good.
Flaps up, mixture full rich, carb heat's off, fuel's on both, good. And trim wheel set, I can't see it from here.
Flying to be traffic, Cessna 152 is...
Can you let me just see the fuel, or the...
Runway 1, flying to be.
The trim wheel.
Flying to be traffic, I'm in DA-20, taking runway 1. Flying to be.
Is that a school plane?
What's that?
Is that one of the school planes?
Yeah, that's a Diamond. I think that's the DA-20, which is the smaller of the two, I believe. Can't tell. I think
traffic 543 Mike Juliet is departing the airport to the south. Flying up.
I think the DA-40 is coming out behind us, but I can't see it.
And flying over traffic, Cessna 152 clear 1.
Okay, you're all set. Same thing. Everything's the last 5 seconds for you right now. Footwork. It's all footwork.
Yep.
And a little throttle.
That was actually smooth what you did in there.
What's that?
Your landing, the last landing was very smooth.
It's my job, dude.
Yeah.
If I can't land a Cessna 172, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
I spent like the last 3 years of weekends doing that. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can take the runway. There's nobody on final, and you got a guy on the departure leg that you're aware of.
Okay. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, taking off runway 1, staying on the pattern. Flying W.
Okay. Is anybody after you in this aircraft?
There was nobody after me.
Okay, and you had it till 5:30?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do a couple more and see if we can get this.
Flying W traffic, experimental 74066, approximately 4 miles to the southeast. We're picking up the right downwind. Runway 1 with the option. Flying W.
Okay, one inside, one outside. 10, 10. There we go. And my wing socks looks good. Wing is straight.
Okay, looks good. Yeah, so both sides of this runway are very crunchy, crusty snow. So if you go off the runway, there's going to be an extra problem today.
Yep.
So we want to use the runway to stop. Just I want you to remember that if you're flying by yourself, you need to stay on the runway. Really not sure what that crunchy snow would do to an aircraft tire, but I'm guessing it would be
Cessna 64 Sierra is
a problem.
turning downwind for 8, South Jersey.
Okay, so you got some, just put the nose down real quick. Got an aircraft going into South Jersey. It looks clear here. Okay, you can resume your climb.
Descending for landing. Request runway traffic advisory.
I didn't hear where he was going, did you?
Nope.
Okay, watch your ball, and remember the wind is pushing you out of 330, so it's kind of pushing you back into the pattern right now. So you can reduce your bank angle a little bit here. This is the hole, turns around a point and rectangular pattern. So there's your two silos. So that's a square pattern right there.
Traffic Cessna 152, departing runway 1, closed, traffic flying W.
Let's go ahead and turn downwind so we're out of his way. He's going to be right behind you. He's in the 152, so I don't think he's going to turn from the departure leg to the crosswind leg too quickly, but let's just be out of his way.
Cessna 140, midfield left downwind, runway 27.
Okay, so look over and find the runway and find a nice parallel. Not just a parallel heading, but I want you to get the plane on a parallel track for wind correction. So that actually looks pretty good right there. I like it. And you're almost to pattern altitude instead of above it, so that's good. So all in all, this is looking like maybe your best one. So we're midfield, right downwind, runway 1, and you're at 1,000 feet.
Base runway 27, cross east.
But technically our pattern altitude is 1049 here, right?
Yep.
Lincoln Park traffic, Columbia is 4.5 out.
I like this heading. I think this is gonna, this wind correction angle is gonna be good.
Traffic 64 Sierra is on base for 8, South Jersey.
140 final, 27. Top Beauty, Cessna 18 Julia Alpha, staying in pattern.
Just watch your descent rate. You can descend as fast as you want, just be aware.
Cessna 3 miles to the south of the full stop. Touchdown, Muni.
South Jersey traffic 64 Sierra on final for 8, South Jersey.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, Flying W.
Final looks clear to me.
Beauty traffic, 18 Juliet Alpha is turning a left crosswind for 26. Traffic south of the airport. You're going to be able to squeeze in front of us?
Keep that nose down.
I'm still looking for the traffic.
There you go.
I'm 2.5 miles to the south at 1,300. Where are you?
Watch your ball.
We have you in sight. We're turning a
There you go.
downwind now.
So let's go ahead and start our turn, or at least be ready to start our turn.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final runway 1.
Acknowledge. Thank you.
Perfect. So you're gonna get blown right back over the center line. That was awesome. So now get your rudders all set up so that you don't have to watch your power, because we're at 16 and we know we need 17.5 to clear the trees. And there's birds all over the place. They're not just birds, they're geese. Okay, so you got full flaps, carb heats on.
I'll fly an extended downwind and come in behind you. South Jersey traffic 64 Sierra.
Okay, so let's get your rudder set. I think you need a little right rudder and a little left aileron to stay on the center line. And this is perfect. Just a little more right rudder and you can start working the power back.
Good gas.
Keep the nose down like you're going to land on the first or second stripe. Now your descent rate's okay. Keep the nose coming down. We're still 15, 10, 5, right rudder. Use the rudders, rudder, 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 there you go. Nothing the matter with that, dude. You got it on the ground. I'm going to help you stop here. Full power out, 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 out. Yeah, I know normally you're used to riding up to the second turnoff, but...
Cherokee 3, west inbound flying W.
Anybody to your left, right side is clear. Just watch the snowbank. Okay, all good. That was good.
Thank you.
I felt a lot better about that one, that you were in control.
Departing runway 01, flying W. Flying W traffic,
Nice.
Cessna 152 is turning right base.
Let's do another one.
Sounds good.
I'm going to clean your plane up so you can keep moving. You can just, let me have the plane. You can check the trim wheel. I got the flaps and the carb heat already out. I have the plane.
Your plane. Trim wheels, right.
Okay, flaps, carb heat's off, and flaps are 0, carb heat's off, and trim wheel set. I'm going to give you the plane back if you're good.
For right downwind 1, flying W. And flying W, 172's on a roll, runway 01, flying W. And flying W traffic, Cessna 152 is turning final, runway 1, flying W.
So they're flying 62862 today. Students are flying. I didn't know that was back online. I saw it not till Wednesday, they said.
Flying W traffic, terminal 74066, right base, runway 1 with the option.
Is that a Seminole, he said?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this guy's having some difficulty, so let's keep an eye on him. He does not have his rudder in yet, so...
Cherokee turning right, downwind 1, flying W.
Okay, so you might have to wait here while... I don't know, we'll see what happens. He's got to kick his rudder in yet here. He's still a little into the wind. There we go. So it's fine to do what he just did.
And flying W, Cessna 172 is turning right across.
So you see that guy out there?
I do.
So that may, by the time he gets off the runway, this guy could be on final, so let's just keep an eye on him.
Sure. Before takeoff, flaps as required, mixture reach in, car hit off, trim wheel set for takeoff, fuel valve and plug, transponder 400. Fine. Okay, we're good. Shall I go? Shall I wait?
Hang on.
4066 final. Only one with the option, Flight W.
Okay, so you got a guy on final, and I think this might be a faster plane. You also got a guy just turned right base that's right behind him.
172 is right downwind, runway 1, Flying W, departing pattern to the south.
Okay, so 62862 is leaving, but you may...
Flying W traffic, Cessna 152 is clear 1.
So you may have to wait for both of these. See this guy coming in behind him?
I see.
Yeah, so I thought this guy said Seminole, but that doesn't look like a Seminole to me, but we'll see what happens.
Flying W, checking base, final 1, full stop, Flying W.
So that's that's the experimental. Remember that? This is the guy that took off right behind us.
Wow.
Look at the airspeed on this thing coming in, man. You wouldn't catch me flying that. He probably built that himself. Okay, now, this guy, is this a Seminole? Or is this just a Cherokee? Can't tell from here. It looks like just single engine, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. I think when he said experimental, I thought he said Seminole.
Departing runway 1, staying in the pattern, it's going to be a full stop, Flying W.
Okay, you've been out for 1 hour. And let's see if we can do another one here, clean.
Sure.
And as soon as he gets on the...
Cessna 172 is departed the pattern to the south, Flying W.
As soon as he's... oh, that was Gary. That was still Gary flying 62862.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a student. I gotta patch this jacket. Look at this. Feathers coming everywhere.
Experimental 74066, right crosswind, runway 1, full stop.
Okay, it all looks good. Flap 0, carb heats off, mixtures full rich, fuels on both. And as soon as he's clear, you can take the runway. There's nobody in the pattern.
Oh no, he will say clear or?
He may or may not. Can you see him?
No.
Okay, the Cherry's got taxi all the way to the end of the runway. The taxiway's not cleared out there.
Right. Yeah, he's taxiing. Just say, I'm going to get this, really. 738 Yankee Tango, line up and wait for the Cherokee. Thanks. Yeah, he taxied down there not knowing that third exit wasn't cleared of snow.
And the Cherokee clear, 1 Flying W.
Copy that. Flying W, 738 Yankee Tango departing 1, close traffic. Okay, plane's all yours, everything looks good, and center line. Do not move your hand off that throttle. There you go.
Flying W, experimental, right downwind, runway 1, full stop, Flying W.
Perfect. Nice. Just tap the wheel brakes. That was what that vibration was. Got it. Yeah, those tires are spinning at, you know, between 55 and 65 knots, and they'll keep spinning for a while, and if they're slightly out of balance, you're going to get that vibration. It's even more important in a retractable gear when you put them up into the wheel wells. They need to be stopped spinning before you do that, in case they touch anything.
Correct.
Flying W traffic, experimental, right base, runway 1, full stop.
So just put your nose down real quick and have a look to make sure there's nobody out here. It looks pretty good. I don't see anybody on the ADS-B. You got your silos right there, so you want to make a parallel track, being aware that your wind was 330 pushing you in this way. And you can turn downwind whenever you're ready. That's a nice crosswind right there.
South Jersey traffic, Cessna 64 Sierra, back taxi on 8, South Jersey.
Flying W traffic, experimental 74066 final, runway 1, full stop, Flying W.
Okay, there's a runway. That's parallel, and this looks like a good track right here. Not too much further, because there you go. That'll just let the wind push you out and track in, and you should be very good right here. Man, the golf course is completely covered with ice.
Traffic,
no golfing today.
Skyhawk 14 from Quebec is maneuvering the 3,000 feet over the lake. Solberg.
A lot more places to land today.
Yeah.
Plane W traffic, Yankee Tango's right downwind 1. Sorry, you focus on that real quick. You don't have to. So, horse track is quite a ways in front of us yet.
Right here. Traffic, Cessna 64 Sierra, departing 8, close pattern this afternoon.
So now we're in pretty tight. So your turn base, there you go. When you turn base, your turn to final is going to come up pretty quickly. You got one notch in.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, Flying W.
And just always have a quick look out here. The final looks clear.
152 is right downwind 1, Flying W, number 2.
Just keep an eye on your ball and your airspeed right here. This is the danger spot.
Jack traffic, 78 Juliet is 8.
Flying W traffic, experimental, clear, runway 1, Flying W.
There you go. It's going to be a tad high here, nothing crazy though. You can push the nose down a little bit more to fix that problem.
Entering right downwind runway 24, liquid.
Your tachometer is maybe 50 low. You can just push the nose down to correct your altitude. Okay, we got 40 degrees of flaps in, we got carb heat on, and your power set to about 17. So you're just 50 feet high, so don't panic. There you go. There's a glide path.
Wind for 8, South Jersey.
I wouldn't make any power adjustments till you get to the trees unless you feel you need to. With 40 degrees of flaps, this thing's going to slow down in about 2 seconds.
South Jersey Wall,
and you're still slowing down from the application of the flaps. So there's 75, you're coming up on 70.
South Jersey traffic, Cessna 64.
Got a helicopter moving toward the runway, so always keep an eye on him. Got his beacon. And now,
Flying W traffic, Cessna 152, right base.
A little bit of right rudder, and just get ready to add as much or as little rudder as necessary. Good. See the right rudder needs to go in? There you go. And you're going to need more and more of it as you get down there.
Traffic boost here, 10 of them north. 10 of the south, inbound 27
I'm not touching anything.
Jay Ryan.
Dude, that was amazing. That was a good one. So, you used up a little runway. We can't get off here, so just roll it down. Plane W traffic, Yankee Tango. We got to roll out to the end of the runway. This guy needs to cross. He's just actually... Why don't we stop here before the giant stripes and let him cross? You think you can get by him? Yeah, you probably can get off. Go ahead. Just be aware. He's parked in the corner there. I got your flaps, and we'll get the carb heat. He's going to go. Carb heat's off.
Jersey traffic mall on a 45 to downwind. We have traffic.
You can just go right down there. I got your flaps. I'll take the plane. You can do the checklist because we got a couple minutes to kill my plane.
Your controls.
My controls.
Okay, before take after landing, flaps up, throttle per
South
lane,
Jersey traffic, Cessna 64 Sierra is turning base for 8.
throttle 1000 RPM, car hit off, and landing.
Avionics Master, how do you read? You got me?
I got you.
Cool, man. My headset is completely frozen solid. I left it in the car last night. Okay, back to your checklist. You got the brakes.
I got the brakes, yes. Let me put this in here, just a minute.
I'm going to grab my iPad while you're doing that.
Yeah.
We don't have to turn this. We won't turn this Garmin off today because we're not.
Actually, at some point I'm going to ask you to yeah, Smart Connect, okay. So
okay, we'll just leave this.
Bruxos and Amica, JBL.
We'll leave this on for today. This woman parked this Jeep kind of in your way, so when you start maneuvering, just be aware that your wing is gonna impact her car if we're not careful.
Yep, I'll be careful. Rafael's Apple Watch. I'm trying to get this Bluetooth connected, I guess not working.
If you want, finish your checklist and I'll let you, I can taxi you down and we won't waste too much of your money here. Here comes Gene back. He went to get lunch, I think. He must be tired from shoveling.
Alright, so let me finish my, I'm not gonna do that then.
Yeah, we'll get that in a minute.
Alright, so brakes.
I'm gonna put some cabin heat on and everything else looks good here.
Let me just close my window.
Wow, my door didn't close right.
Yeah. Otherwise it defeats the purpose. Okay, initial
I'm gonna check this door one more time. Hang on.
Let's set some flaps up.
Okay, door's good.
Okay. Transponder, 1200, good. 80s, 119.3 to use to 80s is 119325. Okay, so maybe con 1.
05. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 02 Celsius. Dew point -10 Celsius. Altimeter 3052. Remarks. Density altitude -2,100.
That's good. -2,100, yeah.
1953 Zulu. Wind variable at 05. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear.
Got your vent open.
02 Celsius. Dew point -10 Celsius. Altimeter 3052.
3052.
Density altitude.
And that looks good, right at 49 feet, so that's awesome.
Okay.
And they fixed this.
They did.
Awesome.
Observation.
Okay, so we are back on the main. This is my second radio, right?
Say again? That's number 2.
That's number 2. So I'm going to set up comm number 2 to... We're going to go first to KTTN, so it's going to be 1227.
You're going to go to Trenton first?
Oh, well...
I thought you wanted to do your... I'm just asking.
Let's do it.
So I checked. You have a 4-knot crosswind.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Let's see what it looks like here. Because you said you wanted to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if I can regain my...
Yeah, that's a very good plan for today. It's a beautiful day out, light wind.
Okay, so before taxi, throttle,
VFR maps.
Okay, before taxi, avionics on, flight set, flaps off, radius, transponder, 80s, altimeter, heading indicator, flight instruments, clearance ground, parking brake, release. I'm gonna test my brakes really quick.
You got it. I'm going to just check mine too.
Sure, go ahead. Your plane.
My plane. My brakes feel good. Keep an eye on this fluorescent green Jeep. He's going to move out of your way, or she. That's good. Oh, there's somebody in there. They're just talking. Okay, so let's just keep an eye out on everything. A lot of people out here today. 2 people there and 4 or 5 people over here.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. Glad you were up for this.
And guess what? I booked this plane until 5:30 today.
Okay, well, it's going to be daylight, so hang on, let's take a look here. It looks to me like, and I got like a bed.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's that way.
That way, 919.
Yep.
This morning it was 10.
Actually, I looked at the wind, so I don't want to screw you up, but it did say the wind. Everybody was taking off that way. Actually, let's turn back around. I just saw 3 planes take off this way. It said light and variable.
Okay.
So just spin it around. Yeah, I think you can see it's already switched around. It said light and variable, so
yep.
I forgot. I just saw the 152 and the 172 that leaves.
I've been reading about communications, and one of the things says is you are going to pick a runway different from the one that everybody's doing. You need to announce it to the...
Yeah, that's a very good point. Okay, I got my head down here for a minute, so you're taxiing.
I don't even have an iPad today. I don't know if you realize it.
That's good for you, man.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put you pattern A in here.
I'm paying attention to my...
I think you should, man. I think you're going to find all that. I know your job is IT, but sometimes at this stage, not helpful.
I need to do a little bit more of...
Okay, so just be really careful with snowbanks here, because there's enough to damage a low-wing plane here, but you should be in good shape. And if you can get me out of the sun for a second, that'd be awesome. Perfect. Yeah, it's a mess out here. Neutralize your nose wheel before you...
I am doing that.
Just reminding you, you haven't flown for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh. Okay. So let me do my... Well, I had done the simulator. It's not the same, but... okay, so engine run a parking brake. Let me set up my parking brake. Good. Cabin doors closed.
That's good.
Good. Flight controls free and correct. Pretty good because I can see the shadow. Okay.
Traffic, White Skyhawk, about 3 miles to the south.
Fuel quantity, very good.
And
fuel quantity is good. Mixture rich in. And throttle, here we go. Feet on the brakes, 1700.
Okay, I got a beautiful flight plan.
Lean to fingers. Mixture lean to fingers. Magnetos. 1, 2. Okay, that's about 100. 1, 2. 1. And 1. Magnetos are good.
I should have cleaned the window for you.
I did.
Oh, not the inside.
Okay, suction gauge. Suction gauge is almost good.
Suction gauge looks good.
Yeah, engine instruments. This is my engine instruments. They're good. Meter. Meter is neutral. Car heat. Checking my car heat. A positive, negative drop in the car heat. So car heat is working. And car heat, and then throttle aisle. Back to aisle. And then back to the...
As long as it runs at idle, you're in good shape, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's what all we're checking
1000. For. Check my friction lock. Friction lock is good. Parking brake release. Let me do my before takeoff. Flaps up, mixture rich in, car heat off. Lights as required. Let's put our navigation lights.
I think that's a good idea.
Trim wheels.
You can put on the landing light too. That's LED. It won't use much power. Top row. You got it.
Taxi landing lights. Fuel valve in fin butt. Heading indicator. I'm gonna recheck it over there, but let me check north. I'm gonna recheck. Heading indicator. Transponder is good.
Transponder is good.
73 is in the
1228, 119, 325. Let's put McGuire in here now. 126475. Okay. You good with that?
Yeah, completely good with that.
And we'll leave the ATIS on the bottom, 119, 325, and you can start moving.
340
I'm going to put you back on the top radio completely, so you're on COM 1. Flying to be traffic, radio check 1228.
Loud and clear.
Copy, thanks. Okay, radio works. We're on the right radio.
Yep.
Let's just have me.
Nothing in there.
Are you done your pre-takeoff?
I did my pre-takeoff.
Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look. Flaps up, mixture full rich. Carb heat's off. Can you see the trim wheel? Fuel's on both. Brakes are off. Master's on. Primer's locked, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Make a radio call, please.
Doing the radio call. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango departing runway 10 and staying on the pattern, flying W.
Okay. Okay with that?
Nothing coming, so we're good. Lights as required, trim will set for takeoff. I can do that before takeoff.
Runway 8 South Jersey.
Flaps as required, mixture rich. Lights are hit off.
That was a really nice landing. I didn't feel like you were
And we'll fuel off.
super confident, but you definitely seemed like you knew what you were doing. I would like you to have like a little more...
Confidence?
That's not the word I was going to use, but it's a good synonym.
Assertive?
What's that?
Assertive?
And flying W traffic.
Let's let this guy off.
Off the runway here, Paul.
Copy that. You got the taxiway.
Flying W traffic helicopter is taking runway 1, flying W.
What was I going to say? Yeah, authority, I guess, is the right word. And command, maybe. So we're going to stop and let him get his plane cleaned up. He'll be out of here in a second. Who was that?
I don't know.
He said my name. I just didn't know anybody was out here. Okay, your controls.
My controls.
Yeah, I felt like you kind of got it on the ground, but you weren't maybe sure how you got it on the ground.
Okay.
But it was a really nice landing. I just want you to do it again.
We'll do it again.
Nice out here today, man. I'm really digging this. I wonder if Gene went with that guy. No, he would. Maybe Gene is in this plane and the other guy.
Maybe Gene is in the plane. That's actually maybe true. Gene asked me when I told him. He was asking me, "Are you doing solo today?" I was like, I told him, "No, I had to regain my solo privilege." So and then he said, "Are you flying with Paul?" Just double checking that I was flying with. Yeah, Paul is coming.
Look how much. So slow down right here and look at these planes. See this one? Red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Look what happens to the plane when that much ice gets on the tail. It just, you can't see it now. That car parked in front of it. See it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a mess. I think that can wreck the plane being jammed on the ground like that. I'm gonna go take a picture of that when we leave. I haven't seen the medical helicopter out here too much. Maybe they keep it inside, or maybe it's flying somewhere, or maybe they moved. It looked like it was away for maintenance, or maybe they renewed a lease somewhere. New helicopter. Okay, so before takeoff checklist, we can do that now.
I did it while you were doing
it. Okay, so I'm going to do it then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything looks good to me.
Close traffic, flying W.
Can we do the airline out and hold? Or
so we have something. Oh, Hotel Zulu is the yellow helicopter that just took off. So he's on. Just be aware.
Traffic, Cessna 640 Sierra is departing 8, close passage South Jersey.
The Hotel Zulu training helicopter is on a left downwind for runway 1, so we got to keep an eye on him. And as soon as these guys get out of here, if you're ready to go,
I am ready to go.
because you know what they're going to do. They're going to do a auto rotation or something. They'll be here for 10 minutes.
So should I say line up and hold, waiting for them?
Yeah, they didn't turn yet, so they could be going way up, but. Flying W traffic, 738 Yankee Tango, line up in wait 1, Flying W. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know. He actually still climbing, so they may be going somewhere, going to do some practice somewhere. You just got to keep an eye because they're flying the opposite pattern, opposite side of the pattern. So look at the wind, got a hold of him.
Yep.
South Jersey traffic, Aronca Champ, 2 to the south, 2200 for landing, South Jersey.
Okay, so my wind. Can I go?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern Flying W.
Jersey traffic says 64 Sierra is going to be...
Can't hold the mic down or we're going to get in a lot of trouble.
My bad.
You got that Vulcan death grip on that yoke right there when you were doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Nice. Nice rotation. Do not move your hand. Wheel brakes.
South Jersey traffic, 64 Sierra turning downwind for 8.
Just resume your VY climb when able.
Flying W traffic, Cessna 152 is right downwind 1, Flying W.
Okay, so let's just wait till he turns downwind, but he's going to be doing that. He's already crosswinded downwind, so you don't have to pay any attention to him right now.
South Jersey traffic, Aronca Champ, crossing the field, south to north, 2000, South Jersey.
Got some traffic landing South Jersey. He's no factor.
Cross-keys traffic, cap 10, midfield, left downwind, full stop, 27, cross-keys.
Okay. Perfect. Watch your ball. There you go. And there's the 2 silos, or 3 silos, so let's not get turned too much until you're ready. See the 3rd set of silos way out there, so we're kind of parallel right now. Good track. You can look back at the runway. That was a nice 90-degree turn. And as soon as you think you're established on the downwind, lift the wing, find the runway, get a nice parallel track going.
Traffic, Turkey.
And watch your altitude.
35 Claremont.
Flying W traffic, Cessna 152, right.
Oh, we got to go somewhere. This is
Cross-keys traffic, cap 10, turning final, 27, cross.
fly to Florida.
South Jersey traffic, Cessna 64 Sierra is turning base for 8, South Jersey.
I think you can leave your power set right there, like 17 and a half, 18, all the way down to the runway. You just keep your descent rate set right.
There is a plane very short.
That's 25480. He's way down low. That's because we're not descending though. He looks even lower. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing that low. They're down at like 400 feet.
That'll be very low.
Yeah, he's very low. Well, that's why they're doing flight instruction. Yeah, they're very low. They're at like 250, 200 right now. Yeah, that is really low. You never know.
Downwind 8, South Jersey.
They just flew right through the final approach course too. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I hope there's an instructor in there because they completely missed the airport. Is there a helicopter in the pattern? No, they're lined up. They're good.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, Flying W.
Let's just get our nose down just a little bit before we start to turn so we don't stall and watch your ball. Nice. You got that wind pushing you this way, so there you go. Nice turn.
Traffic says 64 Sierra is cleared 8, South Jersey.
Beautiful. Very nice. I like this. You'll probably roll out maybe 50 to 100 feet high.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final, runway 1, Flying W.
If you put your nose down a little bit and get the rest of your flaps, you're in the white arc, you'll have no problem here. Okay, so let's get your rudder set right now, and then you're going to find you need some left aileron to maintain the center line. So, there you go.
152 is clear 1, Flying W.
So whenever you do this, when you put the rudder in early, we're going to increase the overall drag. And you need a little more power to overcome the drag as opposed to letting it weather vane. So added just a touch of power, and there's the glide path right there. So this is perfect. Whatever that power setting and pitch attitude is, you're 70 knots right now, and the plane is still slowing. So add a little more right rudder. And let's get ready to land now. So the only thing you really got to worry about now is the power setting. So when you take the power out, you're going to need more rudder. You see what's happening?
Yeah.
So just add a little more rudder and just keep working the power out. And there you go. This looks good. Keep the rudder in. Work the power out slowly. Oh, this is beautiful. Perfect touchdown. Oh my God. All right. So this is where you don't want to lose control right here. See, real easy control inputs. The worst thing you can do is try to over control when you feel like you're getting a little wobbly. So if that happens, just let it roll out. You know, you can use look how much rudder authority we have on the ground here. You can let it roll out. If you try to stop it or turn this way, nothing's going to happen, right? It's all your feet and the power and the brakes.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that exit.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. So that's what I'm warning you. Don't. On a day like this, just try to land the plane, and you got to taxi an extra, 20 seconds. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've already blown it, and you know you're not going to stop, just keep rolling out.
Like a plan.
There's just too much snow here, and this really isn't snow anymore. This is an iceberg piled up here.
It is.
I think when we took off, you probably saw that. We can taxi fast. I'll get your flaps, and your carb heat's already off. Yep. Was that ever even on?
Carb heat, yes.
Did you turn it off?
Yes.
Traffic
okay.
wall left downwind, runway 8 South Jersey.
So when we get a little closer, you can do after landing before takeoff all at once. We got the two main things, and you can check the trim wheel in a second. Do one more of these, and I'll get out.
Okay.
Do a nice one.
Will do.
Because that felt pretty good. It's another good reason to fly the Cessna instead of the Piper, man. You literally see this snowbank up here?
Flying W traffic, Cessna 150.
At the turnout, like that's quite a bit higher than the wing of the airplane.
I was telling that to my wife that.
Yeah, it's just one more thing in a Seminole or any of the Cherokees you got to watch out for, and the Diamonds. You hit that thing.
Yeah, and if you get cross wing on final.
Yep, that's a whole nother problem,
yeah.
Right?
You are very close to the ground. I like the 172 for that trainer.
Left base, runway 8 South Jersey.
This is a great plane to learn how to fly in. Period. End of story. I'm so tall. Getting in and out of that thing with one door.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything for me. I'm happy to fly it if people want to learn in that, but seems like a much more stable platform to get in and out of.
Yeah. They are the basics here.
And it's also the exact same engine and power and performance. I know people think they look sportier, but if you really want to buy one, you can transition in a couple hours when you're ready. Also, I think it's a lot more dangerous with that. Don't go any closer to his wing. This way, yeah. That's good. Okay.
Let me do it really quick. Before takeoff, flaps up, SAS required, mixture rich in, car hit off, lights as required, trim wheel set for takeoff. Fuel bought, heavy indicator, I will check, transponder, 1200 time. After landing, okay, yes, flaps up, mixture link.
Can I just really quick check the trim wheel and then I'm good to go? Everything looks good to me.
And the lights required.
How much fuel do we have? We have plenty of fuel left, right? You filled it, and we're 3/4. Okay.
Yeah. Flying W traffic, 73 Yankee Tango, turning, taking off runway 1 and staying on the punter. Flying W.
Okay, looks good to me. Yeah, that snow got turned into ice from the sun hitting it. It's like concrete. Okay, so you got...
Flight over traffic, 7152 is right downwind 1, flying to be.
So he just turned crosswind to downwind, so he's no factor, nobody else in the pattern for you.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Check my seatbelt, and camera's still rolling. Yeah, so don't be afraid to use your footwork and add a little power if necessary when you're landing, just a really small amount. And then the other option you have is to do a go-around, but, you know, sometimes a go-around, tap the brakes real quick, wheel brakes. Sometimes a go-around can be dangerous if you don't have good control of the airplane and you're going to be, you know, you have your flaps in still and you're near the trees. You got to have everything. If you're going to do a go-around and you're that close to the ground, you've got to have your shit together.
2 miles to the north inbound for right traffic at runway 24.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk departing runway 1, close traffic, flying W.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna turning crosswind 24, Lakewood.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna Skyhawk, simulated engine now 2200, joining the right downwind for 24, looking for that traffic on the crosswind, Lakewood.
Flying over traffic, Cessna 152 is base 1, flying to be.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna turning downwind 24, Lakewood.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna Skyhawk, I've the numbers in the right downwind simulated engine now, Lakewood.
Okay, there's a runway. Guy's just coming off the ground now. He's at about 70 feet. He's no factor, nobody in front of you, and there's a guy on short final. The 152, 25480 is just coming over the tree somewhere. So you got the whole place to yourself. So show me a nice square pattern using good wind correction.
Approximately 4 miles coming into 2, 1, flying W.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna Skyhawk, right base. Lakewood.
Flying W traffic, 738 Yankee Tango, midfield, right downwind 1, full stop. Sorry, I just wanted to grab that because somebody just made a radio.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna Skyhawk, final.
I heard somebody say they were coming in. I don't know where they are, but they're nowhere in sight.
W traffic, White Skyhawk on right crosswind, runway 1, flying W.
Look at your descent rate. Just be careful. Oh, that might have been Kevin in the plane. That's who it was. I haven't seen Chris around for a couple of weeks, have you?
Hey, Paul,
No, I have not.
Awesome. Who's that, Matt?
Affirm.
Copy that.
Flying over traffic, Cessna 152 is clear 1 and taxiing the ramp.
Okay.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, flying W.
North Carolina County traffic.
Skylane's downwind 1, flying W, got the police aircraft in sight.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna turning base 24, Lakewood.
Okay, I think he said he's got the base traffic in sight. That's us, and it sounded like Gary. I can't see. Nope.
Flight heavy traffic, Cherokee 5 times Whiskey, 8 miles to the south, straight in for runway 1, IFR approach, flying W. Silver traffic, Skyhawk 20.
Okay, so that's Bob coming in on.
The south at 2000.
This looks good. You can feel we're a little fast right now, and you know why, right? Oh, you got all your flaps in, so that's not it.
Hey, Veronica, it's a good thing you don't have a guy in the middle of the runway with a flat tire today.
Hey, don't be talking about things that aren't happening.
Okay, so Frank's back. So, remember I told you if you're going to put your rudder in, you're going to increase the drag out here. You might need a little more power. So this is that situation. You're just a hair low.
On the downwind runway 1, flying W.
Okay, so there's a lot of aircraft landing all of a sudden.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango on the short final runway 1, flying W.
Skyway is turning to right base, runway 1, flying W.
Okay.
Look at the burst.
A lot of geese over the approach, flying W, runway 1. Okay, so...
I'm getting it.
Turn around on the final, runway 1, flying W.
Little right rudder. Got plenty of runway, so don't panic.
South Jersey traffic, small left downwind, runway 8, South Jersey.
This is good, Rafael. There's nothing the matter with that. Don't try to slam the brakes on because we have to go a quarter of a mile here, so just let it roll out. Flying W traffic, 738 Yankee Tango, we'll be off the runway in 10 seconds. We had to roll out.
No problem, you got time. Flying W traffic, Cherokee 5 Tango Whiskey, 6 miles.
Let me grab this to get off so we don't have a conflict.
Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango, clear runway 1. All yours. Man, there's a lot of birds.
Traffic, White Skyhawk on right base, runway 1, flying W.
See, we were just about to have a conflict. There's never allowed to be 2 people on the runway at once. So we're going to go up 2 plane lengths because that's Frank's rule, and it's a good rule. And then we're just going to stop here.
The back hangars,
before takeoff.
Flying W.
Flaps as required. Flaps as required. Mixture rich in. No, after land the flaps, so mixture in. 2 fingers. Throttle.
South Jersey traffic, small left base, runway 8.
Carb heat off.
Car heat off. Landing lights as required.
Trim wheel. Why don't we go up here? Why don't we shut the plane down because...
Shut the plane down?
Well, so what do you need with you if you're doing solo?
Traffic, White Skyhawk on final runway 1, flying W.
Here, keep going. You can talk and taxi.
I have everything that I need.
Active runway 1.
No, you don't. You need your logbook signed, and so I could take it with me and sign it, but it has to be in the aircraft with a student solo.
Okay.
So, and as opposed to you sitting here while I sign it.
Okay, you sign it before or after?
No, I have to sign it. You have to have it with you, and it has to be signed. Otherwise, you're not legal.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if you crash the plane, I'll just drive home and say I never signed off. I don't know what Rafael's doing.
Alright, so you want me to stop
right?
on? Yes.
See how that works?
I understand.
I'll just come get my GoPro later. So let's go down. I'll find a good spot for you. I mean, who is this landing here? So he's having a little trouble getting on the ground. Is that the 25480? Or no, that's the other student plane. So you really should plow that taxiway or exit because somebody's going to try and go through there. Watch.
Yeah, I agree.
Hopefully it's not him.
Flying W.
Let's go right here. We can do it right here. I got the plane.
Runway 1.
Okay.
Flying W traffic, Cherokee 5 Tango Whiskey, 3 mile extended final. Straight in runway 1, full stop, Flying W.
I'm keeping an eye on the tail of the plane. That's more important right now. And I'm just going to park right here. I'm going to reach over and grab the emergency parking brake, rather. And avionics are coming on.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, good. The Onyx Masters.
Thank you, Tango. You copy?
Loud and clear.
Copy.
South Jersey. Traffic while left base runway 8 South Jersey.
Flying W traffic is Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango taxiing to runway 1. Flying W. Okay, I don't have to do my run up because I already did. I was flying this plane. Should be okay. Low in here. And I need to position myself here to be sure that there is no traffic around me. So, to be able to see outside. Okay, and do my pre-takeoff. Before takeoff, flaps as required. Mixer reach in, car heat off, lights as required, trim wheel set for takeoff, fuel valve is in both, head indicator recheck. My heading is a little bit off. Maybe there. Heading indicator. Transponder is good, time, and note. Flying W traffic at Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, taking off runway 1 and staying on the pattern. Flying W. I see I see the wind is coming to them, so it's coming from the left, so I had to put my alignments to the left. But more important than that. There we go, 3 seconds. My hand in the throttle. 40, 50, 55, 60, rotate. Tapping in the brakes. BY. .500 feet, so I'm gonna make my right turn. Checking on my right, no planes from my right, so. My altitude is 800 feet. Perfect here, but No bad either. Okay, starting my turn. There I go, my speed is good. Can see the runway there. Need to lose some altitude. Trimming a little bit. And okay, car hit on, and one notch of flaps. (17.5) here. I'm parallel to the runway. I have one notch of flaps. In.
Silver traffic stack, turning left crosswind, 22 Silver.
I see my line mark, so I'm gonna pass it a little bit. Counts. Start losing some altitude. Flying W traffic is Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, flying W.
Touchdown at Bristol Airport, 18 Juliet Alpha, 3 miles northwest of the airport, climbing 2,500. Touchdown at Bristol Airport.
Another notch of flaps, and a 700 foot. I am good. The control approach. Putting my steady notch of flaps in there. Looking at my runway. To clear my both sides. And flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final runway 1, flying W. Last notch of flaps down. Let me see, and above the pattern, but that's okay. I know what I had to do. And above the glide scope. And
Silver traffic stack, turning left base, runway.
that's okay. I have all my notch of flaps, nose down. That's all I had to do. I had to put my nose down. Okay, and right now in the glide path. This looks good. And in the glide path. To play with my okay. Oh man, this is good. Beautiful. Paul, are you copying me? Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, clear runway 1, flying W. Let's do our post landing check. Okay, after landing, flaps up, Mixture lean, 2 fingers. Throttle 1,000. Yeah. Car hit off. And landing lines required, trim set for takeoff.
Flying W traffic, white Skyhawk departing runway 1, closed traffic, flying W.
Flying W traffic, VA20 entering 45 to runway 1. Flying W.
Crossing traffic, use caution. In about 2 minutes, there will be skydiving over the field, 13,000 feet below. Skydiving over crossing in 2 minutes. Look out.
Yankee Tango, you copy?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, that's all good. Nothing to matter with that landing. Go for it, number 2.
We'll go.
Flying W traffic, the 20 is simulating engine now. Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango taxi into runway 1. Flying W.
Flying W traffic, white Skyhawk turning right crosswind runway 1, flying W.
After landing, before takeoff, flaps, mixture rich in, car hits off, steam wheel set for takeoff. And fuel valve is in bot, and transponder time check. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, line up from and wait. Okay, beautiful. The wing is my favorite here. So, 10 in the outside, 10 in the side. Here we go. Hide this thing here, hide. Hide plate, here we go. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern, flying W. And in the throttle, and speed is alive. 50, 55, 60, 65, rotating, stopping the brakes, BY.
Flying W traffic, white Skyhawk turning right base runway 1, flying W.
Keeping my heading. Fine, 100. Let me start my turn. Let me start my turn.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk on final, runway 1, flying W.
Cross-seas traffic, use caution. There are currently skydivers over the field. Right now, skydiving is in progress over cross-keys from 14,000 feet and below. If you're in the area, please look out.
Right. Okay, got 1,000 here. Lowering my RPMs. And trying to get my Remy for 10. Actually,
Claremont traffic, cap 742.
parallel to the runway.
Currently 3 miles to the south.
A little bit.
Maneuvering for the 45-degree entry, left traffic for 3-1, full stop at Claremont.
Okay, so car hit on. Then it's not too flat. There, that's a little, maybe having a little bit early, but that's okay. Airport inside, which is the important thing. My airspeed is good.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk is clearly active, flying W.
South Jersey traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is 3 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile inbound to land, South Jersey.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango, turning final, runway 1. Turning base, runway 1, flying W.
W traffic, Skyhawk 42 Lima Lima, 6 miles inbound for landing. What's the active at flying W?
Runway 1.
W.
Flying W traffic, run, Diamond DA20 taking runway 1. Flying W.
Cross-seas traffic, get a caravan high, left downwind, 2 sets cross-seas. Cross-seas traffic, get a caravan high, left base for 2 sets cross-seas.
500. I need to keep this. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final, runway 1. A little bit too high, but that's okay. I'm 500 feet. I know what I have to do. Lowering all my...
Cross-seas traffic, get a caravan high, left base, 6 miles for 2 sets cross-seas.
Alright. I'm in the glide scope now. And the wind seems to be good. Seems to be...
Cross-seas, caravan 1.5 miles, final, 2 sets cross-seas.
Flying W traffic, DA20 right cross, green, runway 1. Flying W.
Good. That was beautiful. That was beautiful, but it's perfect day. Cannot take much credit for that one. That's mad.
Flight W traffic, Skyhawk 42 Lima Lima, entering the pattern right downwind for 1, Flight W.
Cross east, traffic, Everton, 140 on a 45, for left downwind, and 27 cross east.
After landing, flaps up. Extra link. Throttle 1000.
Flight W traffic, Diamonds right downwind, 1, Flight W.
Landing lines requires. Symbol set for takeoff.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk departing runway 1, closed traffic, Flying W. Flying W traffic, Diamond right base, 1, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk is on right downwind. We're number 2 behind the Diamond, Flying W. Arrow 55804, 5 miles south of the field. Inbound, descending through 2,700 for 1,000 Flying W traffic, Skyhawk turning base for 1, Flying W.
Rafael, you're good to go again. That was perfect.
Thank you, sir. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, taxi in runway 1.
And Flying W traffic, Diamond's going around. We have the upwind traffic in sight, Flying W. Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk turning right crossing runway 1, Flying W.
South Jersey traffic, 43 Mike Juliet, right downwind, 26 South Jersey. Hot air balloon in sight. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk, final for 1, Flying W.
Flying W, Cherokee is about 10 miles to the south on the
After
line out 1.
before takeoff, flaps as required. Mixture
Flying
rich
W traffic,
in.
White Skyhawk, right downwind, runway 1, Flying
Lights
W.
as required. Trim set for takeoff. Fuel valve is in both. Heading indicator recheck. Transponder and indicator. That looks good. Fine. Good. We're gonna wait for the plane to land. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, line up and wait.
Flying W traffic, Diamonds right downwind 1, Flying W, full stop. Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk, right base, runway 1, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, 3 Mike Juliet, right crosswind, runway 1, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern, Flying W. Okay, here we go. And the wing is a little bit tricky right now. It's fluctuating 40, 50, 55, 60, rotate. Tapping the brakes. And stay on the PY.
Right downwind 1, Flying W.
Traffic 3 o'clock.
Echo
traffic. Skyhawk right base runway. Okay, if you want, I'll do a with you down the runway before I get back. Okay, you lead. I'll catch up to you here. I'll be there in just a little bit. I'll be looking for you here on the ground. Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk on final, runway 1, flying W. Flying W, Cherokee's 8 miles out, RNAV 1, flying W. Flying W traffic, you have White Diamond, right base 1, flying W.
Flying W traffic, so the Skyhawk is about 8 miles to the southeast right now at 3,000 feet. We're going to be entering the right downwind runway 1.
Lakewood traffic, Skyhawk turning final before touch and go, Lakewood.
1000. This is the perfect start in my car, and I think I need to grab a little bit.
804 is into the left base, only right base, only 24 Lakewood. Cross-key traffic, cap 10, left 45 for left traffic, 27 cross. Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk is clear, the active Flying W. Roger. Silver traffic, Cessna 94247 is approximately 8 miles to the west. And runway 22, Silver, and we're at 3,000 feet descending.
Flying W traffic, November 738 Yankee Tango on the downwind to runway 1. Flight W.
Flying W traffic, 43 Mike Juliet, right base, runway 1,
Okay,
flying W.
1700. Putting my controls up.
And flying W, Cherokee's 5 miles on the RNAV 1 for flying W. Flying W traffic, White Diamond's clear, runway 1. Okay, I'll join you from flying W traffic, Skyhawk 42 Lima Lima, taking the active over and stand the pattern flying W.
That's all I got. I'm going to widen it out a little bit.
You're fine.
Flying W traffic, 43 Mike Juliet, so on final, runway 1, touch and go. Remaining in the pattern, flying W.
Alright, I'm in, I'm on your right.
Okay, you're in on my right.
Flying W traffic, 738 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, flying W.
Lakewood traffic, Skyhawks right crosswind 24, Lakewood.
Airspeed is good.
Okay, descending.
Runway inside. 1 notch of flaps. 2 notch of flaps.
This is fine on my right now, right?
80 knots. Good. I may be a little bit high, but that's okay.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 2 Lima Lima is turning crosswind, stay in the pattern, flying W.
Another notch of flaps. 30 degree of flaps.
Lakewood traffic, Skyhawk right downwind 24, Lakewood.
No planes inside. Okay. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738 Yankee Tango, turning final runway 1, flying W. Okay. So on the white.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 2 Lima Lima is downwind for 1, flying W.
All the flaps down. And a little bit above the glide scope. I'm in the glide scope now, that's good. And 70 knots, which is where it's supposed to be.
That was cool.
Trying to see the... looks like I'm going to have a crosswind from the...
I got my own quick shoot video.
Not that bad. Okay, work there.
Single speed traffic, just no one. Please on alert. Right, left downwind, runway 27 and keep it tight.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 2 Lima Lima, turning base 1, flying W. And flying W, you got a Cherokee on final for runway 1. Number 1, we'll extend and come in behind you, behind the Cherokee at flying W.
Rafael, when you get to the end of the runway, call it. You got a Cherokee on fine.
We'll go.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is left, right downwind, runway 01, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 2 Lima Lima is now turning base. We got the Cherokee in front of us for number 2, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, clear the runway 1. Okay,
Flying traffic says the Skyhawk is sending right down.
After landing, flaps up, mixture reach in. No. After landing, mixture lean. Throttle 1,000. Car hit off.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 2 Lima Lima is turning final for 1, Flying W.
Has a beautiful landing. Whatever plane is that one?
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is right base, runway 01, Flying W.
Yankee Tango.
Traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is on final, runway 01, Flying W.
Hold, you got blocked.
Yeah, you got 2 cars behind you, so move up a little bit.
Flying wing traffic says the Skyhawk is turning right base for runway 1, flying wing.
Paul, keep going or stop?
Up to you. You're doing fine. So whatever is, so you get tired or you're done.
Okay, one more and we are done.
Okay, take your time. This looks good though.
Flying wing traffic says the Skyhawk is turning final for runway 01, flying wing traffic.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, taxiing runway 1.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet going around, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk, departing runway 1, close traffic, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, arrow is 10 miles out to the east, inbound, Flying W.
Flying W traffic says the Skyhawk is on short final for runway 01, flying W traffic.
Before takeoff, flaps as required. Mixture reach in.
Piper 43
Car
Mike
hit
Juliet
off.
is right crosswind,
Lights as
runway
required,
01,
trim wheels
Flying
for
W.
safe for takeoff. Heading indicator, good. Transponder is good, time. Okay, we're waiting for the plane. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, line up and wait runway 1.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk, turning right base, runway 1, flying W.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is right downwind, runway 01, flying W.
Flying W traffic, Cessna Skyhawk is clear of the runway 01, flying W traffic.
White Skyhawk, right crossing, runway 1, flying W. Sorry.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, departing runway 1 and staying on the pattern, flying W.
And flying W, you got a Cessna 172 overflying the field at 2,300 feet to the north, flying W.
60. Be wide.
Silver traffic, Skyhawk is about a mile to the west. We're 3,000 feet just orbiting, just west of the airport.
$500. Double check, not playing on my wing.
Flying W traffic, arrows 5 miles, 20, Juliet Alpha, 3 miles south of your location. With intention to land runway 26, Potsdam and full traffic.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is right base, runway 01, touch and go, flying W.
W traffic, Cessna Skyhawk is...
And Silver traffic, Skyhawk is just above the airport, 2,600, entering the left downwind 22, simulated in and out, Silver traffic.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet on final, runway 01, touch and go, flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango on the downwind runway 1, flying W.
Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk, turning right base, runway 1, flying W.
Potsdam Uni traffic, Skylane 5 miles to the east, inbound 26, full stop, Potsdam Uni.
Down, municipal traffic 18 Juliet Alpha, 45 onto the downwind with intention to land runway 26. We have traffic. Flying W traffic, White Skyhawk on final, runway 1, flying W, I have traffic in sight.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning base, runway 1, flying W.
Flying W traffic, Arizona 45, downwind for 01, flying W.
Silver traffic, Skyhawk is left base 22, Solberg, simulated in and out, Solberg traffic.
20 Juliet Alpha on the downwind for runway 26.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is right crosswind, runway 01, flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 73 Yankee Tango, turning final runway 1, flying W.
Scott 43 Mike Juliet, sight.
Final T2 Solberg, simulated in and out.
Potsdam municipal traffic 18 Juliet Alpha, downwind to base. Skyhawk is clearly active, flying W.
Silver traffic, Skyhawk 5 miles to the west, Silver Round Valley, 2,000 feet for landing. Silver, go fly over midfield for downwind entry.
Okay, in the right in the glide spot. Right there.
Flying W traffic hours on the downwind. We're going to extend it for the Warrior. Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is right downwind, runway 01, Flying W.
Flying W traffic hours turning base for extended downwind 01, Flying W.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 738, Yankee Tango, clear, they're active.
Wind traffic, Skyhawk is taking off on runway 01, flying wind traffic.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is on base, right base, runway 01.
Flaps up, mixture, wing, throttle, 1000, car hit off, landing lights are required, wing will set for takeoff. That was good, and fun.
Flying W traffic, Piper 43 Mike Juliet is on final, runway 01, Flying W.
Flying W traffic hours on final for 01. We're number 2 behind Mike Juliet. Flying W.
Flying wind traffic, Cessna Skyhawk is exiting pattern to the north, flying wind traffic, last call.
Flying W traffic, hours going around. Staying in the pattern. Flying W.
Okay. After landing, 2 down, avionics.